Okay, form group. Here what I am going to do, I am going to type is equal to some text, right? And I am giving some class is equal to what? Equal to form underscore hyphen control space w hyphen 100, which is 100. And what is the next parameter? Form control name, right? So form control name is the next parameter. So in this, here it is like we are going to do now for gender. Okay, and one more thing we have, that is placeholder is equal to enter gender. Okay, and one more parameter. Yeah, that's it. Here up to this the input, and one more is like we are having this is like this is for what means address. Okay, this is what we discussed, right? We should be having four things. One is like ID, name and ID and gender and address. Okay. So here also, what is the first class? It is there, form group, right? This is how it will be represented as Angular form, right? And after that, we are having like input. Here we are giving like a type equal to text, right? And what is the next parameter we are going to pass? That is class is equal to form hyphen control w hyphen 100, right? And what is the next parameter it is expecting? Form control name. This is how we are going to do any manipulation to the form control name we are going to do. Okay, and what is the next parameter? We say placeholder is equal to enter address. I am ending this input. So I have here four. I have taken initially app.html. There I have given two things. One is the student add. For one button is one route is for adding the student. One and other route is for the view the students. Okay. Now what I am going to write is I have written one component. There I am going to add four fields, right? One is like name and ID and mm, address and gender. All these should be wrapped in the class of form group. That's how it is represented as Angular form. Okay, now we are going to write the button logic. I mean button for this button. Okay, it's like click is equal to add, right? And star ng if is equal to is edit and I'm going to add button. Okay, this is like adding the another one. What is the button equal to here like a click is equal to one is for add, other one is editing the form. For this I am going to have ng if is equal to dollar is edit, right? Okay, this is how the edit button will be available.
Okay, so what I am thinking now is we have mentioned above that is edit is a read-only property, and if here it will be like if above it is true, here it will be false.
Yeah, It will
So
be
what
true.
will happen when it will be false?
What will happen when it will
Yeah,
be?
like on what will be happen on this button, I mean.
See, so if it is false, right? See, let us think like you added that, and then after I add what will happen? It will go and edit it here, right? After I add, it means the record is already existing, right? That's the meaning of it.
Okay.
Okay. So if you click on that add button, at very initial point, you won't be having the data. But if you are coming from the edit, what will happen is you are now you will be having the data from um edit. Means this is like the front end. What you are seeing is only edit button. You are seeing, but this will happen from the second route. In the second route, what will happen, I will select the record, so it will populate the whatever the record is having. It will populate those fields to the text boxes, and it will come, and since it is edited, it will go and show this all this information within the, I mean within the fields.
Okay.
That's how it will happen. You are seeing from the one component way, but the other component is like edit component, where
Okay.
where we are going to I mean these two, though you are seeing like these two are actually two different buttons, but they will come and sit in as only one button.
Okay.
Why? Because initially is read only is edit, right? Initially read only is edit means what? At very first point of time, that is true. Sorry, so at a very first point of time, when the trigger is loaded, when it is loaded, it will go for add button will go and sit actually. Okay, likewise. Yeah, let me complete this. Na. I will I will show you in a practical way. So other one is like button, and here I am going to give a click functionality for resetting the form, right? Resetting the form. This is like a star mg if is equal to also is edit should be yeah, reset it. This should be reset. This is how the first HTML is. Now I am going to write the TS for this file. Okay, student hyphen edit, sorry, add dot component dot ts. In this ts, what is my main functionality? I want to use the, I mean through one service. Actually, I am going to form, I mean once the user is giving any input in the form, that should be I mean allocated as a record. Okay, allocated as a record, and then it should display in the other tab. That's my motto actually. Okay, we will do that now. We'll go and one second. On top of it, actually I want to write the service, actually service for this to service is for to get the students based on the id. That one, that service I am going to write actually first, then I will come for this. Of it I have student. We will do only add today. Tomorrow we will go for the edit and all. So
Okay.
you will have You won't be having like uh, much. I also have to type many things, right? That's why you may also maybe um, having export. I'm going to give an interface here. Interface. And
So
then,
this will be like data.
yeah, this is a structure of the data. So what is the interface? Interface is like it is a stick to check of your the data what you are passing. See,
Oh,
if you are passing the data, I'm giving here name as string, but you should not pass the name as any other values like numeric.
okay,
It will do some strict check, and also these interfaces are used for a reusable purpose. Okay, reusable, you can reuse the same interface in different components. That is also one of the advantage of interface. And one more here, it will check very strictly whatever you are passing, it should be equal to the respective data type.
okay,
Suppose if you are passing the name, it should be equal to the string likewise.
okay,
Okay.
got it.
And one is like string. This is like, see, remember, this is like not capital, should be small, right? Are you aware of this, right?
No, I'm not aware. I mean, which this will
Small,
be small. Why?
small string is a string. Capital string is the object.
Okay,
See, if I am giving here address and string, this is different, right? This is different. This is an object. Okay.
okay.
Uh, Instead of this capital S, it should be small. That's what I'm doing. Okay, and one more thing is like I am going to prepare the service for this. It's like student hyphen student for dot service dot ts, right? This first I want to go for the HTTP client import space HTTP client and from at angular core, sorry, at angular common slash http, right? From this only we are getting this import http at not common, right? Compiler can,
It will be,
yeah.
yes, yes, this will be Angular common.
So other one is like injectable from where
Angular core, I guess.
angular core angular core and one more library with this I'm going to get the student, actually student, from where I am going to get this, right? From interface. Okay, this is like slash dot student interface. Okay, fine. Now I am going to injectable injectable. Okay, here I am going to start. Here I am going to sorry, I'm going to inject the total sport class, and that is like a student service, right? And I'm going to give now student list, and I'm going to give column student. It should be an object, and equal to I'm going to initialize this object. This is fine, right? Here, so injectable. Okay, nice. Now Another thing is like I'm going for the constructor now. Constructor. So I'm going to pass this private, and it's like a HTTP colon HTTP client. Okay, is the uh, in generally if you start on HTTP, you should go for the declaration in the constructor as a private. Then we are going to have get students. I'm going to get the students like this dot student list. Okay, in the student list I am going to get the I mean whatever the entries I am giving. Okay, this will contain student uh, entries. Okay, and one more function I am going to write, get student ID. Get student based on ID. So get student, I'm going to give here ID. This is like let student student let student is equal to, sorry, not equal to student. And one more thing we are going to get is we are going to get the all students into a map actually, and we have to return them. So I am going to get stu- student list, actually student list dot map. I'm going to do here val. I'm going to give arrow operator, and here I'm going to pass the, okay, here I'm going to pass this val dot id, sorry, val dot id, some value is for id student equal to 1. Ooh, now it should be semicolon, and it should be return.
So I have a question.
Yeah,
Uh, yes. So I have a question like in the get student line 12,
okay.
why we are not using the service like this dot http dot get because this is get student, it will be fetching some data from some API.
Now we are not getting anything from API. We are
Okay,
get we are getting the data generally from one service to other, one component to other component through service.
okay,
Whatever the data you are entering in the first page, we are going to get those details and we are going to push to the other page.
sorry, I didn't understand. Whatever we will be entering in the form,
In the
this
form,
data, yeah, this data will be pushed in some other component page.
yeah, other component, a component or other page, whatever it is.
Okay, so my second question will be, I have studied that this HTTP client is only used when we have to get their data from backend or API. So it can also be used in communication between two components.
Actually, I think we are not going to use it. I have
Okay,
I thought to use, but it's not. We are not going to use here.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
maybe which I thought of using, but I thought it's like dollar HTTP. I mean, but we are not going to use that here.
okay. And can you tell me about this get student? I mean,
Yeah, is get
I
student
mean,
like, yeah, it will first we are going to declare the student. See get student ID. is like you are going to get the students based on the ID,
Okay.
and you are going to store that in the map. You are
Okay.
through map you are going to store that the list what you created here, the seventh line.
Okay. Okay. We are storing if value.id is equal to ID. So what is happening in this function? I mean, on the
Uh,
student list, we are applying a map function, and there will be a value will be entering in it, and that will be an, I think so, ID in
yeah,
map.
yeah, ID value in the map. Yeah,
So if the value of ID is equal to ID, then student is equal to, okay, ID. Student will be called, okay, got it. So here we are like every student have his own ID and it will be called by its ID. I think so.
yeah,
That's
every
what we are
yeah
doing.
it will be like that. Every student will be having its they will be having every record will be having ID property. That ID property will be
Okay.
having ID name. So that ID now it is now copied to the student actually, and it
Okay.
will go and return to the get student,
Okay.
whoever calls it. Yeah.
Mm, I think so. You have to put in other bracket, I guess. Some other flower bracket, I guess.
Especially
Uh,
not necessary, right? Understand. 1 second. So value, that value is like this. So small mistake also it will be big mistake. Control value. Okay. And, start student value. Select declaration expected. Declaration of statement expected. Okay. And we will see that. Yeah, fine, no problem. We'll see that might be it will go in some when we are coding. So student edit. Other one is like student edit. In this edit, I am going to pass the student details here. I am going to give the left present some whether the data is first we need to check the record is present or not. I am taking the boolean value is it equal to false, right? And initially I will take it false, and I will make it enable if it is true. Okay? Here it should be semicolon. Okay, and one more thing which is this dot student list dot map. Here I am going to give one start map. Here I am going to pass the parameters like one is the value, other one is index. The value, other one is index, and I'm going to give, yeah. So I think likewise it is expecting value here. So in this map, I am going to do if this val dot id is equal to student dot id, then if value dot id is equal to student dot id, then we are going to do this dot student list. Here I am going to do index, and here it's like a student. Student. I'm going to make the toggle as true. Toggle is present. So what will happen? It will go. It will take the student name, and it will come back based on the edit, and it will go and get the student ID, and it will store the student to the student list, and it will make the value as true. And here student. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's see what is the problem. It's like okay, and one more thing is like we are going to return the present now, like this actually. It's like return present, which is true.
So
Yes. Yeah.
what is present, I mean.
Uh, yeah. What this guy will do, like he will so if the student is present or not, if he is editable, we can if he can able to if the person, if you go to the edit button, right? So the data should be available out there. It should be present out there, right? Then
Okay,
only let us take initially it is false. I just kept like just like a toggle. Okay,
okay,
leave about the present equal to false condition. In general, the data should be present. Means you that when once you iterate through that student list, that it should be entered with some value, right? And that value is fetched based on the ID. Once you click on that record, then obviously the present value will become true. Okay, that's how actually we are going to handle the whether the data is present or not.
okay. So what I got is if ID is present, then
Yeah,
then it
then
will be true.
it will be true, and it will return to the to this function.
Okay,
Then only it will go and edit the it will go and pass the whatever the student list it is having, those parameters it will go and pass to the that those fields, name, student ID, gender, and address. So yeah, likewise it is. Yeah,
yeah, got it.
yeah, one second, I'll drink some water. Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
we have written three methods over here.
yeah,
One is get student, second is get student ID, and third is edit. So first one, I mean, this dot student list will be like I mean a list. Whatever we will write in the form, a list will be created.
yeah, yes, yeah,
Okay.
yes,
And the student ID will be that every student will have a student value or ID, and
yeah,
every student can be, I mean, distinguished through that ID. And the third one is if student has a ID, then it can be like editable.
yeah. It should be double. Yeah, 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 yeah. It should be editable. That's why. Suppose this logic, this edit logic is nothing but the student list should be having some data. When it
Okay.
will be having the data, when once you are adding only, first what is your first step? You have the very initial um, application without having any data. They have the application. You have to enter some data, right? You have to enter some data, and then you have to put it in the list or array. Okay,
Okay.
so then only you have to bring that, you have to bring that data, and you want to edit it, right? Otherwise there is no point of editing. So if you have one empty table, what you will do? First you will insert the data, then on top of it you will update or delete or whatever the operation you will do.
Okay.
Without, yeah, likewise in the same way, we are having, I mean, first we are going to add the data to the list. Then from the list, once we are clicking on it, it's when if it is present over there, then only the value should become true, and it will be passed to the edit button. And there, all whatever the data you are clicked, right, those data will be, it will go in ng model or bind the data on the text boxes, so that you can able to edit those, I mean, fields again. likewise
Okay. Got it.
likewise so yeah, now here we are going to use, see, this is like I don't know why it was even both are same, but if you see like above and below, both are same, but see it is playing, how it is playing, right? Here what is the
Student
difference?
is equal to value, I guess, on line 25.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, but
Yes. So the problem was I was telling you to put flower bracket because one of my friend has told me yesterday
oh,
that
okay, sorry. It's like this is the flower bracket.
yes,
Some okay, fine, leave it. Chalo. Now it's okay, right? We got it.
yes, yes.
Then other one, like we are jumping into the TS file. And here what we are going to do first, we are going to take the component selector template URL, and also some styles, and also like in the student add component, we are going to write a constructor which is going to consume the services like student service and activated route, and also router. These three it will consume. And apart of it, in ng on init, we are going to write the student form control id, name, id, and address and gender. Initially those values will be empty. Okay.
Okay,
and
okay,
and we are going to subscribe the route parameters. This is route dot parameters. Like we are going to get those student list, I mean the student parameters to the uh, uh, palm variable. There means actually we are going to add, uh, I mean, we are going to navigate in the students navigation. Okay. And after that you are going to add, I mean, once you are giving the any data in the name, id, and also gender and the address, it will go if the form is a valid one. it will go and get the it will go and call the get students service in the services get students. Okay, this one means actually it is going to push all that whatever you have given to this list. Okay, and yeah, that's how it is. And if you want to edit, you can edit it. Yeah, that's the basic functionality we are going to write now. Yeah, we are going. Let me jump into the program import, and here I am going to start like space component comma on init on in it, right? From at angular core at angular slash core, and here this thing, and then other one is like import. Here I am going to give the form group comma. Here I am going to give the validators, which will validate our form actually. Means only a string should be available or something like that. From control, here I am going to give uh, some at angular forms, right? This is the one, and it's like import, and one more is like we are going to start with we are going to import the service actually, student service from at angular sorry student service, right? This is one, and one more is like I am going to do import for the routes actually, because all the information what we are passing should be under one route, right? All the data and all the form will be should be available under one route. That's like one is a activated route, and here I am going to give form, and here I am going to give rectangular, what is it, router, right? And one more import we have to take, that is for the student okay, student. This is basically for interface, student interface. Okay, student interface. Okay, this is how it is. And very first name, and what I'm doing is I'm giving component declaration. Okay, here I am giving component, and I'm going to declare selector, which is equal to some student add hyphen add, and I am giving some comma template URL, and here I am going to mention the app student dot add dot component dot html template URL. Okay, and after that some styles if I want to do, I can pass some styles. Here I'm going to give some styles for this, that is like this. Okay, that's like some input input width, and here I'm going to give some 100%, and other one is like padding. I'm going to give some 10 pixel, and other one is like 15 pixel. Okay. And I'm going to give some margin, and I'm going to give 5 pixel. I think other one is like space. Okay, this is a component declaration. Okay, now class start. Here I'm giving export class and I am going to give the student add component, right? So add component implements. What I am going to implement? ng, sorry, on init. It's like on init, right? So this is how this is the class name we have, student form. I am going to get the student form as form group. Okay, here I am going is edit colon is edit colon boolean is equal to false, right? First actually is edit. You remember this is edit?
Yes, yes. Is edit is basically we have
There in the
add
in the
this
read only in the we have
read
given
only. Yes, 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 yes.
we have given
And okay, yes. I mean, this is the property which we have given to that button in the HTML.
yeah exactly. Initially it will be false means the both add button and also one is add button is available and reset button is available. Initially it is false means not false means true. Then this button is available, this is also available.
Okay, so okay, got it. So yeah, now I got it. So if edit button will available, add button will not be available.
Yeah, if
Okay, got it.
yeah. So other one is like message string to give constructor. Here I am going to pass. First is the service. How to start the service? Private. I am going to give student service. Okay. Yeah, service colon student service. Okay. And one more parameter I am going to pass. The parameter is uh, private route colon activated route. Okay, one more is like private router colon router. Okay, this declaration I have to declare here. Yeah, it is showing error activated.
Mm,
Can't find the name router. Why it is?
so what is this route and router?
Huh? They are the they are the properties of the router, right? Means if you want to implement any router, you have to implement through the Angular router. Angular router is nothing but it's a navigation bar, right? It's a navigation bar which will navigate the pages.
Okay,
Okay, activated route is nothing but the current activation of the route.
okay.
Okay, so the thing is here. Next we are going to start ng on init. Ng on init. Here since it is a function, I have to declare like that. And this dot student and form is equal to new form group. Now I am going to start this form group name. This is the from where this name came. Name is the name of the that HTML. You remember?
Yes,
Yeah, name.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Think for gender and address also name should be available. Other one is okay. So here what you want to pass is like yeah, one second, here we want to pass the first name colon namespace, and we have to give new, and then we have to give form control. There you want to give okay. This is one first parameter. Another one is ID. Here you want to give new space form control. Here you want to give colon. And other one is like you want to give address, right? To give address. Here you have to give new form control. Here you are, it should be empty, right? Other one is like gender. Gender also it should be new form control. Spaces. Okay, so run this initialization. Initializing form. Okay, the very next step we are going to do sign in route students.
I just wanted to ask why we have written that name is equal to new form control, and afterwards, what is this?
Initially, but initially once you load, the form should be how it should be having it should be cleared in format, right?
Okay,
At very initial point, if you load what it should be in a cleared format. That all the four fields, whatever the input fields we took here, okay, all the four fields we took here at very initial point after I mean ng on init, it will be loading and it will clear all the data if it is finding any spaces, and it will assign it to name, id, address, and gender.
okay. But the purpose of this is it will create new objects for name, ID, and address and gender.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, okay,
It's a farm control. It's a farm control, and then it will create like an each and every I mean name, ID, address, and gender. It will create a new object, and it will clear those whatever the text it is having inside, and it will be in showing us in a fresh manner.
okay. I mean, it will reset the form every time.
Yeah, it will reset the form. That is also correct word. Ram start subscribe. Here I am going to have Ram. Okay, assigning the route to students. So if Ram if param and param dot id, here I'm going to give student let student is equal to this dot student service dot get student. Here I am going to give param id, param dot id, right, to param dot id. So if student is present, the person So what will happen? We should get the value of the student, and we should enable the value is set it as true. This dot, yeah.
What is this param? I mean,
It's like you are going to yeah. In the routing mechanism, you are going
yeah.
to it's like an it will get the value of the ID. It's a medium. Let us think like it's a medium which is subscribing the ID from the students. I mean student. Okay, it will what it from the get student, and here if you go to this service, we are having this get student, right? Okay, from here actually we are going to get the ID, and so if it is available, then we are going to edit it as true. Okay,
So
yeah,
param is basically
a route parameter route
okay.
what it will do, it will get the value from the list actually. So I mean the
Okay.
so if the total of this value, now if you see this dot student service dot get student param dot id means the id is available.
Okay.
And
So if
yeah, one
so,
second, one second. It will go and call which function, get student function, where it is located. It is located under student service get student, and where and what is the values available here. This dot student student, this is the value available here. So
okay.
once you are getting this value to the to up to here, what will happen? See, some data is available. What is that meaning? Some data is available, and
Okay.
value which is written to this to the student is true.
Okay.
Okay, so if the value is true, then what you are going to is you want to go to set the student value.
Okay.
You want to make the e set it as true. Once e set it become true, the add button in the HTML will become false. I mean will become edit.
Okay. Got it. And what is the purpose of this line 37? If param and param ID. I mean, what we are trying to say.
We are going to get the param ID from I mean from the requested. I mean see what this service ID will contain here. This one, it will contain like this, right? It will be like okay, and it will be like ID some 201. Okay, and the name some kind of term something. Okay, and address, and also other one is gender. All these details are available here, right? Gender. So this student list will contain all this information, right? Am I
Okay.
correct? Okay.
Yes.
So now you are going to get the ID value.
Okay.
Where through these params. Okay,
Okay.
param.id in the sense it will go and get the ID value of the this list.
Okay.
So once it is getting that ID value of that list, it will go and pass that ID value, and it will make it will make this dot student service dot get student param dot id as true.
Okay.
So once, and it will pass that to some student value. It's a local variable. So once this if student is equal to true, then the form have to set the value. Set value. So here I am going to have student this dot is edit this dot is edit equal to true. If it is earlier it was false, now it is become true. Means what? We are going to edit. We are going to edit the record. Earlier, the if it is false here, means what? Only add button is available.
Yes.
But now in my list I am having the data, right? So
Okay.
in my list I am having the data, means the edit will become true here now.
Okay.
Then what will happen? The add button should not be enabled. Edit button should be enabled in the HTML.
Okay.
This HTML here. Okay, that's the functionality.
Okay.
So we are going to
One more thing, what is the meaning of this line 40, that this dot student form dot set value to student? So it is basically the value which we are getting, it is just setting that
setting.
value.
Yeah. We are going to set the value whatever we got it. We got
Okay.
from the student.
Okay, got it.
Uh, yeah. That we will see like in one more thing. Like we are going to write one more function for that to get that details.
Okay.
And, yeah. Else what? See, here we have to take care for one more, that is like else condition. This dot route dot navigate. Okay, yeah, it's like slash students. It's like slash students. This dot this dot router right, not router, not. So yeah. Okay, now we are going to reset to the form. We are going to write one param for the, this is for the ng on it up to here, ng on it, ng on in it ended. Okay, now
Okay.
we are going to reset the form. We are going to write the functionality for resetting the form. Okay, so for this I am going to give this dot student, sorry, this dot student form dot reset. I'm calling this function that will do all magic. Okay, just a form function that will do all the magic. And one more thing is like I'm going to add. If I am going to add, what I want to do is this dot student form dot valid. Okay, I am going to add this dot student service. Sorry, student service dot. What I am going to call here student list. Student list I am going to call, and the service dot push. I am going to push whatever the values I have entered in this. I mean whatever the values I, I have entered in this form. Okay,
Okay.
that is like this dot student value student not no no this dot student form dot value student form dot value. Okay, form dot value. Okay. Yeah, start student form dot value correct. But this is a push parameter. Okay, fine, cool. So yeah, this dot reset form. I'm going to call the. See, once you are entering that and you are adding, what it should happen? Whatever the values are there inside it, they should be wiped off, right? So you have added some data there, and then you just click on that add. Then it should go and wipe off the and it should go and add push that to the student list, and also simultaneously it should reset the form. That's the meaning of this. And after that we are having the start service.
So where
Yeah,
it will
yeah.
basically push it?
Student list. This is a list, right?
Okay, okay.
This
And
is a
this
list, right?
student list is
Yeah. This is a
okay.
student
It will
list, right?
push in the student list. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So yeah, fine, right? Now we can go ahead. This dot student service dot get students have here one more bracket. It's valid. Yeah, it's valid. I'm going to give else part. No. So not exactly, but it's like you are going to I think is there any value missing? I don't think so, right? Yeah. No, this one students. I'm going to not necessary. Because not necessary. Let me get this start MSG. I don't want to confuse you. This start MSG equal to please complete the form. Okay. So this is up to here. We'll see up to where the project came. Yeah. Um, PWD React forms. Sir. Okay. Now I'm going to localhost. Okay, fine. Still, only the view is created. I think we have to add the routes in the uh, app ng module. Okay.
Yes.
In the ng module, where is that ng module?
App.module.ts. Yeah, yes, this one.
Yeah. So here we are going to give
In providers.
cons. Yeah, routes. Yeah, you want to provide the routes app. routes. Here I am going to do colon routes. Okay, colon routes, and here I am going to pass.
I think so. Look, I think so. We have to pass this in app.routing.module.ts.
App.routing.
Yes,
App.routing actually we are
over here on line 5, I guess.
yeah, we can do that also. Yeah, same either way it's fine. You can do in the app directly here, or you can pass it over there.
Okay.
Uh, routes here you are going to give path colon. You are going to start like student hyphen and that's this is selector, right? That is a selector component. What is the component name? Student add component. Okay, and here I am going to pass one more, that is like path colon what is the student ID, getting the student name based on the ID, right? That is also one of the scenario slash ID, and one more is like component colon. This one is like this is some other component we are about to create. For now, I will comment this one to this. Yeah, and yeah, and one more thing is like for me to give path for the students. Path is like student is also belong to student at common. Yeah. Yeah. But here we want to pass the forms, right? The reactive form you want to pass. Okay, for that declarations you want to, in the declarations you want to give student add component. This is the one you want to add. Other one is like student service you want to give in the providers. Student service you want to give in the providers. And part of it, you want to give route module the inputs. These are inputs. So you want to give HTTP client module is already there. Client module, HTTP client module. Other one is like router dot router module dot for root um, app dot app routes app routes tracing tracing
Mm, what is this enable tracing and
yeah,
app
this is
route?
for actually to once you are once you're debugging, right, it will enable you to navigate from the one router to other router.
Okay.
For that purpose we are using that enable tracing. Okay, but it's not necessary to provide it. It's not that much, it's not mandatory to provide. What I mean. Okay, now I think here add component also it is there now. I think it should be coming now. Path colon. What is this? Here path colon. Yeah, these are the subroutes. We have to compile module also. Student.html. Module can't resolve component. Component right. This why it can't resolve. Same line on the right.
Cannot find name routes. Uh,
11.1 cannot find routes distilling. But routes module. Tracing. 11th one 10G module. Imports declaration will give app component and imports will give browser app routing. Providers we give bootstrap also we give failure to compile error country. When I split this part in the survey, we already got can't resolve student add component. Student add component .html. Get component .html. The problem is with here on it. Component routing. Okay, routing we will take it. Are you finding any problem here? I am not finding anything. It's declared okay, but never useful. That's okay. That's warning only, right? Cha. Decorators are not valid here. Cannot find name routes. Cannot find where is the routes? They mistakenly did something. App component modalities. Okay, I will check that error. Okay, I think that routes is like we have to get from the router module. Next routes, right? Okay. Now only one error. Decorators are invalid here. Line number 9, right? Here at what is the problem? Decorators are not valid here. I will solve this bug tomorrow and I will come back. Okay, it's fine, right? I'm fine. I will HTTP client module. Hello, hello, hello.
Sorry, I think so. It was muted. I was saying that if you find the solution, please do tell me also.
Yeah, it's like just these are
Yeah.
declarations only. These are not for
Yes, yes,
depends upon logic.
yes. Yeah.
It's not just declarations. Like may take some time. That's why I was telling to come on. So now it became error.
Mm,
Can't find app
22 and 5.
22. Let me. Now count. Resolve student add dot component dot html. Add component dot html. What is the student add? From chapter it is student. That's what student add. Okay, I think semicolon. Okay, I will check this one. I will check this one and will solve up to. I don't write any other program. I will.
Okay.
Okay. So you will
Okay.
be